Okay, it's me again reporting to you from my bed. It's 22 degrees, so it wasn't as bad as this morning when it was 13 degrees, but it's still cold, still freezing my ass off. Now, on Facebook, I made a quote. I came up with it myself, didn't copy nobody or anything, but it goes something like, your true character exposes itself when you go without. And that's based on my experience since living here. I went out without a lot of things that most people I know have. It's a shock to my system, tell you that much. And, lately, I feel for the people in the Los Angeles area. Now, those of you who do not know, I used to live in Oxnard, Ventura County, about an hour or so away from Los Angeles. Now, we are used to fires, or I'm not going to say we're used to fires, but they happen often. This year's fire was more intense than the other fires, but that's not to play down the other fires. Like, there was a fire in Ventura, I think in 2018, something like that, and it was fucking horrible. I mean, it was, even though I lived like maybe half an hour away from Ventura, you could see the glow of the fires from my street in the south end of Oxnard, and I remember it was scary. I went out there at 2:30 at night, and I think our electricity went out, right? And so the city was totally black, no noise, no light pollution, and you could see the glow of the fires in the Ventura Hills, and I knew exactly where these fires were burning. So the next day, most of the businesses in Ventura closed down except for our bike shop. We stayed open, and I had to go to work, and I remember going to work, going down the freeway, the 101 freeway, and it was like a fucking ghost town. And there was ashes coming down everywhere like a heavy snow. It was really bad. And the air quality was bad. We had roll-up doors at our bike shop, and we had to roll those down to about maybe 2 feet. I don't know why we didn't roll them down completely, but we rolled them down to about 2 feet high. And even the ashes and all the air was affecting us then. And I would work a few hours. And when I went on my lunch break, my car was coated with so much ash. I mean, you couldn't see through the windshield. It was bad. And it looked like a war zone. So for the people in LA, I feel for you, man. I've been through quite a few fires. I've seen them up close. I remember the one that was like in Malibu that burnt over the hill that was just a mile or two away, if that, away from the Point Magoo base. And I seen that because I was on my way down to my hangout spot just past Magoo Rock just to see, where the fire was. And they blocked that shit off, and I saw the fucking fire. I've been close to these mountain fires, like real close. Like, I drove by them before. I drove through some of them in the valley, some of them up where the Pasadena area is, where it's burning now. I've seen that shit. So now all these people, like, whether you're like, there's movie stars and celebrities that are losing their houses, and regarding them losing their houses and all that, they're just normal people like everybody else. They're, I don't care if they're Oscar winners or whatever. This goes back to my saying, your true character exposes itself when you go without. And a lot of these people are going to experience it going without. And I can speak on that because right now I'm going without. I mean, I'm glad I have this shed. I have something over my head instead of sleeping out like in fucking nature right now. Which, by the way, I just went out to go number one. And even though this cold weather fucking sucks and it's horrible, you know, unless you're in a house with utilities and heat, but it's horrible for me. As I was going, I was out there taking a leak. We have like maybe a half, maybe 3/4 moon out. Sky is clear, and the reflection of the moonlight on the snow, and you know, all the trees around here in the mountains have no leaves, so the light reflects. It's fucking beautiful. It's just so ironic that I'm freezing my ass off, but I'm out there going, wow, this is beautiful. So I'm trying now. It's going to be hard, and I'll probably end up making another negative post or vlog. But I got to try now to see some of the positives, you know, in my situation. So far the positives are I have more skills and been humbled by living like this to where I'm a tougher human being, more resilient. Some people won't be able to stand this cold. I mean, I can't. If I had a place to go, I would go. Trust me. If I could afford to leave, I'd leave. But now that I've been through this shit, it's like, depending. Like, say I have money, but I become frugal with it, right? And I end up like in this situation again. Instead of like going somewhere and spending money, I'll, you know, end up staying here because I've been through it and I know what to do now. You know, so there's a blessing in that. But most likely, once I get money, the fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna be a snowbird for a little bit. But once I establish myself, there'll be times I'm going to try, once I build up my house, to still live off grid as much as I can, because I don't want to be giving my money to the man, if you know what I'm saying. I want my electric bill to be low, so I'm gonna put in solar powered shit. As for water, I'm gonna collect rainwater as much as I can and use that like I have been using, right? In fact, since there's snow on the ground, you know, I could shovel up some clean snow and let that melt and use some of that water for washing my hands. However, say you get like a giant pot of snow, a big ass pot, you know, say the pot is about as big as my hand and you fill it that deep with snow. Once it melts, you know how much snow you know how much water you get out of this much snow? That much water. it's fucked, man. You know, but I'm totally off the subject, man. Totally off the subject. So when I used to smoke weed and all that, whenever I go snowboarding, I'd take my bong and we'd take snow hits. Meaning instead of putting water in my bong, I would pack my bong to the very top to where only this much is left, where you could have a little air between your mouth and the snow. And the thing is, I could pack fat fucking bowls when my lungs were in good shape and kill that whole bowl because the snow cools down the smoke. However, you got to watch out, because if you kill like a half gram of weed, you could kill it in that bowl and you won't feel it until your lungs expand and you will choke like a motherfucker. And that's all you need. You don't need any more hits like that. Anyways, that was off the subject. I haven't smoked weed in a while a long while, because my lungs are fucked up and I'm kind of over it, you know? I mean, one of these days I may eat an edible. I don't know. I don't feel like it anymore. But I'm not saying, you know, oh, being stoned sucks. Whatever, man. I mean, I'm still down for the leaf, man, but I just don't use it anymore, okay? It's great for medicinal use, for sure. Okay, so I totally went off subject, but as for the people in Los Angeles, you know, especially like the movie stars and important people that live up in Pacific Palisades that own big houses, have killer cars, super rich. That fire is gonna fucking humble you, man. And like I said, it'll expose your true character. And take it from somebody who experienced that, me. It's going to sting a little bit, or it's going to sting a lot. But fight through it, man. Keep pushing. And now I'm telling, like, other people, what people tell me. But I think I can say that because I had to do it. You know, when I say it, it's got some integrity behind it because I'm doing it now. I mean, there ain't no fire. I'm not losing my house. But since I got here, I've been living without, like you're about to experience. If you don't have a house, it sucks, man. If you have a place to stay, good for you. But, you know, if you're got to live in your car or whatever, then you and me will somewhat be on the same boat. You'll have to find places to go use the bathroom. My suggestion is stay at truck stops. You can park there 24 hours. You can park if you have a gym membership at Planet Fitness or the like. Take your showers there. And at most Planet Fitnesses, you can park your car there and spend the night. Also, there's, Walmart. Some Walmarts let you park in their parking lot overnight. Cracker Barrels, but I don't think you have Cracker Barrel out there in Los Angeles. What else? Where else can you stealth park? Huh. I know. Oh, well, no. I was going to say, I know there's some parts in LA, certain canyons and stuff, you could park out there, but it's probably burning down, so never mind that. If you can, train yourself to shit in a bucket and get a toilet seat in a 5-gallon bucket, or you could buy one of those rigs up at like Lowe's or fucking Tractor Supply, wherever they sell those bucket toilets. Train yourself to do that. It's not that. I'll say it's not that bad. Well, it sucks, but you get used to it. You know. But the sooner you get used to it, the more relieved you'll be. Shit, man. And then as for food, I hear the food is super expensive in California now. I know it is. Someone had quoted me like $22 for a dozen fucking eggs. What the fuck, California? What the fuck, governor? Whatever the fuck his name is. What happened, California? You're gonna end up like fucking Flint, Michigan, or Detroit. You know, when they lost all those auto companies, you're gonna be seeing that shit over there, and especially around Oxnard where I live. I've seen the gentrification and overpopulation there. You're gonna run yourself into the ground, man. Learn survival skills. Hopefully you can learn them in comfort and not be forced to do it, like me. I feel for you, Los Angeles. I mean, I don't live there in California no more, but you'll always be in my heart. though now I kind of despise living there. I don't despise the Californians. I do despise the government over there, but it's just the way things are handled there is it's fucking insane. And I can say that because I moved here to Kentucky and I am so like I mean if I'm going to be broke and shit, I'd rather live here because things are affordable here, man. And the sad thing is I'm so broke I can't even afford living here. The cost of living is low, a lot of poor people. I guess I'm one of those guys too, but got it. No, these are just fucking words, but I gotta try to think positive now because being mad and being negative all the time is really bad for my heart and my health. So, and I've been in this cold for about a month now, maybe a month and a half, and it's getting worse. I've had bad days for a month and a half. It's cold and it hurts, like not only mentally but physically, man. But oh, I do also want to shout out. I'm gonna shout out my friend P Dog. Uh, he is like he used to live with me, former roommate when I owned a house in Oxnard. Had some good times. Being with P Dog, man, it was always good times, man. That dude's fucking P Dog. If you're listening to this, you a brother. You my brother. We go back a ways, and I miss you, man. I miss you. But I want to thank you for that little donation you gave me this morning. I didn't see it coming, but you don't even fucking know how much that helped me. I paid some bills, like my phone bill and some rent for my storage with that money. Plus, I put gas in it. You know, uh, I paid that shit ahead of time, so now I don't have to worry about the rental space I have for my storage, and I don't have to worry about my phone bill until March. So I got like all of February somehow to come up with more money. I need to make enough money before July because I don't have insurance on my car, and I really need insurance on my car. You know, even if it's liability. My insurance goes like I think it's 600, like 75 for 6 months, so it's about 13 something a year, just for liability. State Farm, but so like whatever money I get now from anybody, I don't give a fuck who it is. No, I do give a fuck who it is because like P Dog, my sister, who's been saving my ass these past 6 or 7 months, Gina, and others who, right now I won't mention, but, you're on my special list. All my money goes to bills, and if any money goes for pleasure, that would be me buying a Little Caesars pizza instead of cooking. Yeah, that's it. Or buying 2 bean burritos and an iced tea through Taco Bell. But I'll do that once in a great while. But what I do is I'll eat the food I have here, use my EBT card instead. So no more of those, drive-through or restaurant luxuries for me. Not for now. But all my money I get is going to bills. And now I got to really save up for my insurance. And like, yeah. Okay, back to the people in LA. I feel for you. Fuck, dude. It's horrible. Fucking horrible. All right, man. My hands are freezing. I'm gonna end this now. And good luck to all of you in Los Angeles and SoCal, where the fires are affecting your lives. Good luck, man. I'm out.